So will the new year bring a new rally? Market watcher Dennis Gartman says 2019 could start with a pop. But, Dennis, you don't think it's going to stay there if it does, right?
No, I don't think it's going to stay there at all. I think the problem is that the Fed, I really don't care what the Fed does as far as Fed funds is concerned. The problem that the Fed has is that it's allowing its balance sheet to roll off. It has said it's going to consistently allow that to occur. The fuel that sponsored both economic growth and a strong stock market has been reduced. We're going to get a pop. The news out of China is supportive. The market was egregiously oversold, due for a correction. You're getting that, but it's not going to last very long, I'm afraid,
So
David.
what are you doing with your, what I love about you, Dennis, is you put your money where your mouth is. You deal with your own cash. Yeah. Where are you putting your money now?
Well, I bought a little bit the other day. I bought a little bit in energy. I own some sand for fracking, but it's not doing much. I bought one of the local banks around here that we do our business with because I like the banking business for a pop. But on balance, I've got orders resting in the derivatives markets to sell the next 200-point rally in the Dow. So that's really where my money shall be. I think that rather than an up year this year, I think we're going to have a 7 to 10% down year.
Really?
It won't be substantive. It won't be. Yeah. Well, that's not that bad, really. Given the fact that we're down 7 or 8% already in the S&P for this year, another 7% on the downside, 15% from the peak. That's not an unhistoric decline in prices.
Well,
so
do you think the market, the economy is going to go down as well? Do you think we'll have a recession?
I think we're going to have a very quiet, very modest, very normal recession. We might have trouble getting 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth, but I bet we have negative GDP growth. I think we'll revise down the fourth quarter, and I think the first quarter will be quietly lower. Nothing dramatic. We don't have any excesses such as we had in 2005, 6, and 7. The only excess that we may have is student loans, which something has to be done to that to accommodate the abundance of debt that many of our millennials are carrying on their backs right now, which is keeping them from buying houses. But we don't have enough excesses in the market to give us an egregiously difficult recession. It'll be a very normal, very common, inelegant recession.
But you know, you're not a political guy per se, Dennis. I'm sure you have your beliefs, but
yeah.
there was a very mild recession when George H. Bush tried to run for re-election. In fact, the recession was so mild that we were actually out of it at the time of the election itself, but it prevented him from winning re-election. I mean, it could be that if what happens, if what you say happens, we have a mild recession in 2019, the effects of it are felt in 2020, that could prevent the president's re-election.
It is possible. I doubt that we will extend a economic weakness as far into 2020. I think it'll be
But will we feel it into 2020? Because very often the effects are sort of, you hear about them more after it's actually over.
Well, the NBER, the National Bureau of Economic Research, has that's the group that tells us when we are in recession and when we are out. They usually don't tell us we are out of recession until we are in. They usually don't tell us we are into recession until we are out. They are extremely slow and very bad about doing it. So, yes, the effects are delayed. You end up seeing the unemployment rate going up months after the economy reaches its low. So it's just one of those problems that you have to accommodate yourself to or get yourself accustomed to. It's one of the things that I have to do as both an economist as a trader is to look forward to certain things.
Right. Right. We got to look forward instead of backwards. Heather, I asked Heather and Achilles about this. Ken Fisher thinks that it's conceivable that we could have a 15 to 20% increase in the markets, to which you say what?
It is conceivable. It is possible. It is extremely highly improbable. I will say it is utterly doubtful that that can occur. Again, I think we'll be down several percent for the year. Nothing dramatic, but the odds are a 15 to 20% increase, not going to happen.
All right. I'd like to believe that Ken is right and you're wrong, but we'll see what happens a year from now. Great to see you, Dennis. Thank you very much. Happy New Year to you.